Hey, awesome spirits, and welcome to another edition of a weekly reading by me, Amanda, here at Indigo Spirit. As you can see, I have a little friend behind me. She decided that she was not going to move, so I figured that that was just a sign that she was going to be with us today for our reading. Sometimes animals can be definite earth angels. They definitely give us signs when we least expect it. They can be comforting when we need them. And sometimes that's just exactly what we need. They're little souls that can really do a lot of things for us. And sometimes when I do readings, she likes to come around and get interested and see what's going on because she can feel the energy. So if you've got some animals with you, it's always a good thing. Definitely give them lots of love because they're little angels in little furry bodies. So anyway, I'm going to be using the Archangel Power Tarot deck. I'm hoping that everyone got a lot out of last week's reading. Little bit of a weird week, I felt like, for a lot of people, and for me especially. It was a little bit of a strange energy week, and I had a feeling it was about the same for everybody. Everybody kind of had some weird stuff going on. So I'm hoping that the reading that we did last week really helped. I know it helped me a lot. And what's interesting is when I did my own personal reading and I compared my personal reading to the weekly reading, it was like they were very, very close to the same thing. So it's just kind of funny what you do for yourself. It's not always as the same as like other people, but you'd be surprised how in tune it is to, the rest of the world. So, without further ado, this week, I have a really good feeling about this week already, just right off the bat. It's October. We definitely have some cool stuff going on in October. Of course, it's Halloween here in the U.S. and whatnot, and in other places too, of course. But here, it's a little different. The veil is thinner. You can feel it growing thinner, and it's definitely interesting with all of the history of where all of that comes from and whatnot, and that energy that goes towards that. It really does thin the veil of our universe. So this month is going to be a lot of shielding already off the bat. Make sure you check in with yourself often and just say, am I okay? What do I need to do? Guides, please, help me be okay. Please shield me from any negative energy, and just really start shielding yourself. Because the more the energy gets thrown around, the more it can go back and forth, and we want to keep it as good as possible throughout the entire month. So, sorry, I know it's like multiple minutes of me prefacing, but it's the beginning of the month and we need to get it together. So anyway, let's see, what do we need to know this week? All right, this one wants to come out for the beginning of the week. Let's see what else we got going on here. It's this one, I think, wants to come out for the middle of the week. Yeah, definitely. And the end of the week, it's that one. It's definitely this one. So that's the end of the week. I'm going to put these here. So, the beginning of the week, of course, and doesn't that make so much sense? Perspective. We really need to be looking at ourselves. Just like I said, we need to definitely be keeping an eye on to what's everything, all the energy around us. If it starts to get negative, we got to change our perspective. And if we start to get negative, if you catch yourself dogging on yourself or, just being negative to somebody and you're kind of like, oh, I don't really know why I did that. Or like, what is the reason behind that? And is that reason a viable reason to be treating somebody like that? Just gaining a perspective of self this week, gaining a perspective of other people, and really looking at it and really opening yourself up to all the possibilities of those perspectives, because it'll really open you up in general to receive better energy, because if you change your energy, the energy around you can change. So if you're keeping a good perspective on what's going on around you, you might be able to change what's going on around you just based on your good energy. So if you're at work and everyone's like being crappy or whatever, and you just start treating everyone really good, and it's just like, okay, everyone's being crappy, like we got to change this perspective, right? Got to change this perspective on this week. Gotta keep a good brain. Gotta keep it positive. Your positivity will change the positivity in others. It will help. It will help. So on top of that, just double check yourself. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Am I getting upset? Is it for a good reason? Are these people getting upset for a good reason? Do I need to change just how I'm coming off to make it better? You know, sometimes that's just, we got to do stuff like that to change the world around us and make everything better, and that's okay. That's all right. You do it little by little in little steps by checking in. Was that necessary? So just keep a good perspective of yourself. Middle of the week. Aha. 3 of Gabriel. This one keeps popping up lately. Definitely keeps popping up. We definitely got to keep the good positivity going, because when this happens, it will bring us what we need. It will put us in the right spot to really be able to gain the abundance that we need in our lives, just in general. When you're good to other people, even if they're nasty to you, when you're good to other people, good things come back to you. You know, sometimes it's like, I was having a conversation with someone the other day who was like, I always end up $5 short because I give a homeless person $5 all the time, and every time I need it, I get $5 short. But every time, in a backhand way, I get helped out when I need it. You know what? Sometimes being $5 short is worth it. Little things, little givings of yourself will bring you great abundance. It's really important to keep a positive outlook, you know, positive perspectives give you abundance, you know. So I really feel like if we really focus on that this week, it's going to be awesome. So this week's going to be perspective of self, and really focusing on what you can do for others and how you can change your perspective in which to help others. Because it can really change your whole world around you. You'd be very surprised. So this weekend's card. Ooh, wow. Change your life. So you're gaining a perspective of self. You're gaining a perspective of your world. You're doing things to keep a positive motion in which to bring abundance. Any major decisions that need to happen, do it. Do it. Change your life. Sit down, evaluate, because that's what we've been doing the last 2 weeks, is trying to gain better energy and trying to evaluate what we've been doing. You can change the things in your life, whether you think you can or not. I know it's hard. I know it's not always that easy. It's never that easy. But any steps that you need to take towards that, do it. This is a really big deal. Just like at the bottom here, it says, I love what it says here at the bottom. A sudden revelation that offers freedom. Break free of procrastination. Embrace the opportunity that change brings. So what's great about this is that it's just basically like you can change your world. Take the steps to do it. Make the decisions you need to make, because it's a good time to do it. It's been a good time to be making decisions about our life the past 2 weeks. But this weekend, for sure, do it, because that's going to offer you a real freedom of soul, a real freedom of self. This is a big week with these 2 major arcana cards, really looking at ourselves, really looking at our environment. Even if other people are being crappy, what can I do to help alleviate that? Because it's not just, it's like, it's not just about you. It's the whole world is affected by the things around you, and you can really change your whole, even your little worlds, your little universe, your little universes, your work universe, your home universe. You can take the perspective that you need to help make it better all around, not just for you, but for everyone. So really gain a better perspective of what's going on. Really look around and make sure that you do, because it will lead to good things. So this week, if we just really chill out, get a really good grasp of what's going on, know that some people's negative energy isn't about you. Sometimes it's about them, you know? And that's what brings us abundance, because it's not always about us. But sometimes little things we can do can really help. So this week's really about looking at yourself, looking at how you can help your little universes, you know, your home, your work, and then taking the steps that you want to change your life at that point. Is what you're doing working? Is this the step you want to take? Have you been thinking about something and are like, I'm trying to think about this decision and I just don't know if I want to do it? Make the decision. Either say no or yes, and whatever you do, it will go the correct way. So I hope everyone has a fantastic week. This was a really strong reading. If anyone needs anything this week, hit me up. I will definitely pull cards for anybody who asks. We can definitely have some conversations. But this week, really keep looking at yourself and really keep putting the positive energy out there, because it will really carry over into what you're planning to do in your own life. Change your world, baby. Like, you can do it. I believe in you. Cha-cha. So, have a wonderful week. Indigo Blessings.